Hi and welcome to Edge of Play's Back to the Tactics board. In today's video I'm looking at the 2-1-3 formation in 7-a-side. I'll look at some of the key features of this formation, but also at some of the issues you may face when trying to implement it with your team. Here the players are in a 2-1-3 formation. I'm going to start by looking at some of the features of this system and then look at some of the challenges you may have as well. First of all, as you can see, it's a very attacking front foot. Could be a high pressing formation, this one. You've got three up top, left, right and centre. So the ball can be in this corner and these three can be after the ball, working as a unit. This player may be supporting the press, this player just dropping into this area here. Ball gets switched, comes across, you can press this side. So you've got that straight away, that ability to press high, get on the front foot. For the players at the back, you've got lots of options further forward. So I would look at this and say you're more likely to play quite direct in this system. You can get the ball forward quite early, you've got three up there. Are the opposition going to keep three back against that? You know, if they are, you kind of might be making them change their system for you. You've got to get the ball past them and get it there to make them make those decisions, but if you can, you'll be pulling more of their players back. If they keep two back against you, then you can outnumber them. It's just a case of can you get the ball there. So it's very much set up to get the ball forward early, down one of the sides and get at the opponent. Direct, quick, fast attacking, high pressing, win it up there, that's where you've got the numbers. This system has great advanced width then. You've got left and right attacking players. Yeah, they can come into these little channels too, of course, but you've got the option of that ball going high and wide, making the pitch nice and big, and if you have the right players on either flank who can get at their opponent, maybe it's with pace, with skill, with a clever movement, they can get at their opponent and get shots off, get crosses in. You're going to have a very happy centre forward. As well as being direct, you have got the option, if you can get the ball forward and the back three players, the midfield and the two defenders, can get forward as well to support and be in these positions, you do now have a setup where possession could be retained once you get to this position. If you use the system well, you're having three up front can make the opponent keep more players back, which gives you more space here then. So if the counter attack or the fast attack, the direct play hasn't yielded a goal or a chance yet and you've ended up retaining possession, the opposition gets back in. You've got the shape then to work the ball left and right. You've got the W's options in there in this system when you're in their half. So you have got that ability to play back in, back the other way, out the other way and onto the other wing. You could really get a team pushed back against this system as well. It's just whether you were able to make it stick when it went forward to get those defenders up the pitch and get your central midfielder up there as well. I think building out from the back as well, you can have your two defenders, one going either side, your midfielder supporting, and you will be looking for then your attacking players, if it's on this side of the pitch, to be able to either drop in to receive there or drop in and then spin in behind. Some of the challenges you may have in this system then. Well, first of all, you need to have really clear defensive responsibilities and roles for your forward players, particularly your wide forwards. What you're expecting them to do without the ball. Now, when the ball's up here, it may well be that this player is expected to come and press the ball when they've got it at the back, and that would make a lot of sense. They're in a high advanced position to start with, work with the centre forward to go and press that ball. Makes a lot of sense. It's when the ball gets into these areas, when the ball's on with their wing, you've only got two at the back, you've only got one in midfield, so your defence might be shifting across and they still might be outnumbered. There could be runs down this side. Are you expecting this winger to tuck in and get back in? Is this winger going to get in as well? So when you're actually defending, you're more of a 2-3-1 or a 3-2-1 formation. If these players just stay up, then you can easily get outnumbered. These players in the middle here are going to have to be very good in one-on-ones. They're going to have to be good at being overloaded and dealing with that. You can see a clear thing as well in this formation is that your central midfielder can get isolated. They're on their own. Whilst they've got lots of options to play forward to, left, right and centre, that's great, they're outnumbered. So just getting on the ball, receiving it, being able to turn might be difficult if they're against the two. When they're playing without possession, if it's two midfielders against them, again, if their wide players are not getting back to help them out, then they could be having to get backwards and forwards across the pitch, and it only takes so many times you can do that for when then they're driving at your defence from midfield and this player's not able to cover that. Because they're on their own and because you've got a back two and not a back three, the central midfielder will need to be someone who's very disciplined. They're going to have to do a mixture of jobs. They might be covering two midfielders on their own for a moment while they delay them to get the support back from the wingers. And it can also be they're trying to screen their own back two as well, because they're not a three either. They may get outnumbered in places. this player's going to have to stay in quite a lot and do this kind of work. Because of that, one of the issues you might have then is that your centre forward actually becomes isolated. Even though you've got three up front, if these guys are moving left and right, when the forward receives the ball, and it could be into their feet, if their only option to lay it back is the central midfielder, and that player's against two players, one's marking them tightly, they might not be able to free up the space to get on the ball. If they make two random moves forward, you end up with four in advanced positions now. It only takes a misplaced pass, an interception, and an opponent could be driving in on your defenders with a whole half to run at. In terms of building from the back, you have got your left and right defenders, and if the opposition are having to use the retreat line, then you're going to be able to get the ball out like you should always be able to. The thing is from there how you build through the middle third. Unless you have these wide wingers dropping into these areas, which can work but can also bring a defender in right on the back of them and ends up nullifying having three up front in the first place. If you get these movements right, then you may be okay. If these players just push on, and we're looking here, we go across, and you're like, well, if this is covered here, this area, the only option this player has beyond going back again is into the midfielder, who might be outnumbered. So it's how you can get the ball to where you maybe have the overload, where you can dominate, where you can get one-on-one with players, and you might have players that can do that. Can you get the ball there? Can you build up play, allow that to happen? It may be that you need your winger to drop in when the ball comes on that side to receive, and that's the cue for your forward to get into the channel and your other winger to get into the middle. You know, that could work well, but it takes coordinated movements from your players on a regular basis to make that work. Thanks for watching this formation video. I do hope you found it useful. To learn about other formations for 5-a-side, 7-a-side, 9-a-side and 11-a-side, go to the tactics section at www.edgeofplay.com.